Indeed. Yeah, let me see. Check. Mike. Mic check. Okay. Share screen. What's this? Share. Message. What's this? Let's do this feature. What is that feature? Manage. Edit what? Oh. All right. How do I use this thing? Let me see. Let me see. Oh, that's dope. So like I said, share. Do I get to see it still though? Mm-hmm. All right. This is day 6. Oh, let me go here. So when I step away, let me see where we at. Oh, I can't see right here. I'm not live right here. I should be. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. What's good? Who's that? Don Doug? What's popping? Oh yeah, man. I'm checking. I was checking. This is my first time going live on straight through YouTube. Usually, I'm using like some kind of software, some kind of outside source or whatever. But it was tripping, so I was like, let me go through and use straight through YouTube and see how the layout is. So I don't know about the layout. I'm just looking around, messing with buttons and stuff like that. Trying to figure it out. Was good though. Why don't I show on my phone? Mm-hmm. Hey, I appreciate that. Real talk. I'm trying to, I'm trying to get, used to it. I'm trying to be consistent, so I'm just glad I'm doing that, being consistent. And I still got some gripes about better ways I can do it, but I'm figuring it out. I'm not mad at that. So I appreciate the fact you've been checking in and seeing what I've been going on. I've just been, with these lives lately, I've just been like dealing with some things. So I'm trying to handle my repetition through it. So it's been cool though, but I do have some plans for this channel, which I'm going to really, really, really start implementing some dope stuff. Especially, being out in the world, going out and having real life like situations and streaming from like outside, instead of just in my room talking stuff. But yeah, other than that, I've just been like trying to stay creative, trying to keep the creative juices going. I really need some new music because I've been impressed with content. You know, you got a podcast or have or what? Because I start stepping out now. You know, I've been so low key. If you're YouTube West with a show. Okay, for sure. I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. You know, I start stepping out now, start, you know, showing up. Yeah, I'm with that for sure, bro. No doubt. Definitely. Like I said, I'm start stepping out and start being in people's faces a little more, whether it's in person or you know, live streaming. So I've been so ducked off because I was stepped away from music and kind of like been out the way. I ain't been, you know, just been kicking back and watching. Then I started, you know, getting into YouTube and photography and creating videos and learning and loving cameras and talking stuff on live. So now it's like, okay, I find myself in a space where I feel a little free and it's pretty cool. And I've been meeting some cool people too. So it's easy to get in these. For me, I want to get in these spaces now and start, you know, getting with it. So I'm excited though, because I got a lot in my head. I got a lot going on. I just got to get it out. You know what I'm saying? Sprawway definitely the building. Yeah, that. Is that my brother Nick? It say President Not Perfect. On my other program, it say the name, but it got this name on here. Is that Nick? Suave, what's good, man? How you been, bro? Oh, not Nick. Okay, it's all good. President Not Perfect, so I call you that. PNP. I just gave you a nickname, huh? Well, what up, PNP? What's good with it? Hey, man. So we got to chop it about that too. When I get a second, I'm gonna call you. We chop it. I mean, we get some time, obviously. I call you. We chop it up on that because I've been watching like a lot of gaming stuff, and I've been away from gaming for like a while. But when I be bored at the house, and I kind of don't want to necessarily just talking to the camera all the time, I think gaming is something cool I can do, and also get my repetitions up. So I'm gonna definitely, you know, tap in with you for some advice on like where I should start, how I should start, programs, software, whatever. Yeah, you know. Hey, PNP, I appreciate that, man, for sure. I do. I'm trying to. It's gonna get better too. I got a lot of stuff going on up here, but it's gonna get better. Where I'm really laying it out, more consistent, more scheduled, and I'm just gonna be knocking it out. So, and I got a lot of cool people I want to bring through, dope conversations, dope events, different spaces and places I go. Start bringing y'all along and having y'all in the building doing my streaming. So it's gonna be dope. Oh, for sure. So hey, I can't wait to chop it up about that because I'm really. I've been doing you know me. I'm YouTube University, bro. So I've been YouTubing and checking out Twitch and learning all the stuff, whatever. But sometimes you be needing like a homie to be like, all right, look, just do this. Like, you know what I mean? The easy way. Look, you just do this. And you got it. And the fact that I have one monitor, I'm only using my MacBook. So I'll be trying to figure that out, right? I'll be thinking like, or do I do two monitors or no? And, you know, but I've been told I don't necessarily need two monitors, and there's a way I can rock out with the one. So until I get 2 monitors or my real setup, because this ain't my real setup. This is me figuring it out. But until I get my real setup, I'm going to need the little shortcuts on how to just make it work. So, yeah. I've been watching a lot of like the a lot of the creators and influencers from Streamers University. A lot of the cats from there I've been kind of keeping up with. Yo, that guy Agent from AMP. Yo, he's cold, Jack. Like, he's cold. I know I'm new to AMP and I'm about a year or something in where I've just really learned about them and what they have going on. But so I know I'm fairly new to it. But watching Agent more personally, directly, yo, he's dope. And I say that because I found myself watching some videos earlier, and I was so inspired by him. And obviously, the rest of the guys, they're doing amazing work. A lot of young dudes getting money, taking care of business, and it's not a fluke. It's like they actually know what they're doing, got right business people in place. But just to hear, I watched the classes from Streamer University, Agent classes, and then breaking down the game on how to make content, how to make money from content, getting brand deals, how to get brand, how to approach them, good advice on what to do when you got brand deals, how to move forward. I just thought it was amazing. And I've been watching videos today just to watch them niggas, get to reap benefits of the hard work they've been doing and, buying cars and all that, because I'm not necessarily into like all the materialistics for myself, but I am into cats being financially free, like doing something you love to do. And then for so long, and then finally it starts paying off and you start buying all the things you always wanted to buy because you earned it, you deserve it, you start getting this stuff. So I'm inspired being in the same spaces, whether it's content creating, however it is. Like, so I'm inspired by Agent being a streamer or Kai and all them being streamers, just like I'm inspired by Peter McKinnon and some of the top photographers in the game that's in the YouTube space. You know what I mean? Like, I'm inspired by them to both. I mean, in different ways, obviously they do different things, but I'm just inspired by the hard work, watching them, like, Casey Neistat, right? And then watching them kill for so long, going hard. That's why I love the fact you get to go back and watch the old videos of watching them be broke and figuring out. And some of their early videos are still on their pages. Like when I find a big streamer like that or a big YouTuber or whatever, I usually scroll down their page to like the oldest video. And I watch the process from there up. Not saying I watch every single video because that's years of content, but I'll start with the first video for sure, and I'll start going up by a couple of years and watching the progress, watching the content get better, watching the sound, the gear get better, the technique get better, watching them go from in some dirty little bedroom to like big huge studios and warehouses and for me, that's inspiring. You know what I mean? I don't look at it like, Peter McKinnon been doing this for 10, 15 years. I look at it like you in the space, meaning that means you can do it, So that's why I've been on it like that. You know what I mean? I've been trying to stay creative. I got good friends. Shout out to my man Curtis King. Shout out to my man Ace Boy Rios. Shout out to my man Suave. They've been really lacing me with the game to just get better, just be better. And, sometimes it's the shortcut that you need. It ain't about not learning. It's just like, well, there's an easier way to do that, Luck. And since I did it, let me help you. So that's what these cats have been doing, helping me out. So I just been all around inspired, even through this, because, the title is about depression, right? So even through me seeking in these moments of feeling like, it's a little tough and I got a lot on my back and I'm barely getting through. I found myself watching some videos today that had me inspired, like I didn't have all these other problems with bills and all this kind of stuff, and that got me out of that funk. I've been sitting in it for days trying to like find my way through it, but I've been consistently showing up here, doing these lives to stay afloat, keep my mind cool. And you know what I mean? I don't like to sing. I don't like to go in them spaces where you go so dark you start to duck off and nobody see you. You depressed, stressed. Nobody want to be around you. I don't let myself get there. So when I find myself get into a moment of that kind of like darkness, I try to find something to get out of that. Like, you know, for me now it's photography and content. That's something that's for me. It doesn't cost me nothing to do it technically. And I love it. You know, so I've been fighting depression with that, with photography, videography, learning editing, learning color grading, learning how to stream, learning different platforms between Twitch and Kick and YouTube. And so, and the reason why I'm doing it, I'm very intentional with, I want to document the early days of me not knowing any of this stuff, and then maybe check me 5 years later, 10 years later, whatever, and then see how I've progressed, to see what happens then. You know, I watched a video like last week. It was IShowSpeed. He was obviously younger, and he was in his his old bedroom, super young in a bedroom. You could tell like no money. Well, he wasn't the IShowSpeed that we know today. And it was just like he made a video like, yo, I want to make this video. Since he'd been consistently YouTubing, back then broke, no nothing. He wanted to make a video showing his progress 3 years later. So he made that video 3 years ago. Mind you, see, we looking at these dudes like Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed like they've been rich for 10, 15 years. No, nigga, it's literally been like 3-4 years of like millions of viewers, all this money, travel, the Sean fame on them, right? You got to remember, Kai started streaming tough, harder, really, through the pandemic. So it wasn't like decades of like grinding. I'm not saying he wasn't playing games and gaming, and I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying like going full flesh in on streaming. You know, IShowSpeed made that video 3 years ago, bro. And to watch him now, watch the nigga buy a $10 million house on one of his streams. Family straight. Nigga don't got to worry for money. You know what I mean? Like, that's fire. You know? And I'm inspired by that. I would think you almost got to be a hater to not be inspired by that. Because it ain't about you wanting to do what they do. I'm not saying that. Even if you're not a streamer or you don't even have nothing to do with this. Just the fact that they stayed down and start doing so. Here's the thing. I talked to my man Curtis King, right? Curtis King been doing YouTube videos since 2013, 2016, maybe. And when he started going live, making YouTube videos, he said niggas was calling him corny. You know what I mean? Like, so think about that, the dedication it takes for you to, your homeboys think you corny because you're on YouTube or you gaming. Like, oh, niggas ain't doing that. Your parents probably told you that you don't be nothing because all you do is sit up and play games all day. Think about that. Your parents probably like, oh, you need to stop doing that. We ain't with that. We not fun in that. You need to get off these games, do your homework, go to school, all these things, right? They tell you. Your homeboys probably think you a nerd because when I was back in the day, when I was bad to be a nerd, it was bad to be smart. That's ridiculous, but I get it. It was what it was, right? And you stayed down, and with you staying down, nowadays, all them same people that probably told you you need to chill, give up, that ain't cool, they got to watch you live these incredible lives and taking care of people, buying moms homes, setting up streaming universities for people to become popular, make money for themselves, giving out money. Mr. Beast be giving out money every damn day, millions of dollars from just, you know what I mean? That got to be inspiring. To me, it is. Like, how's that not inspiring? I think that's super dope, you know? So, yeah, Suave. Hey, man, Streamers University was fire, bro. I see a lot of people hating too. I mean, but tons of people love it. But Streamers University, first of all, the idea is genius. It was fire. And you got to think, man, these kids, these ain't grown-ups. These ain't like, I'm 45. These ain't nobody even there my age. Like, these ain't grown-ups. These are like young kids, 20s, and maybe Duke Dennis is 30 30, 31, 32, something like that. Other than that, he's probably one of the oldest niggas there when you think about it. The rest of them would just be like super young and like hella creative, doing dope things and trying to get on, trying to learn. And that's fire to create that atmosphere for people. And he paid his own money, didn't charge nobody nothing, paid for the food. First of all, he paid for the rent all the dorms. That was at Akron University in Akron, Ohio. Rent out all the dorms, paid for all the food, bought everybody's plane ticket, right? Or round trip. Everybody's plane ticket. School buses, security. Every room had a streaming setup. Every single room that they stayed in, the professors and students. That's out of his pocket. That don't pay him back. Now, you make money on streaming, for sure, but so what? You're supposed to make money on streaming. He did all that. He didn't charge nobody nothing. How is that not fire? You got to have hate in your heart to start creating things about how that ain't fire. That's fire. Yeah. Duke 31. He's probably one of the oldest niggas there. He popping. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily like this. You can apply this anywhere. I'm not necessarily fighting for like streaming and content creating. I mean, I am in a sense, but I'm just fighting for financial freedom, bro. I'm fighting for financial freedom. The freedom to, I don't want to have to get up and go to a job I don't want to go to, that I despise. I'm grateful because God allowed me to work in whatever place I need to work at. But to be honest, I don't want to get up and go to that job, a job I have to go to that you dread to wake up and go to on a schedule you probably don't like. You know, that's why I think I started advocating to my friends, right? A lot of my friends are my age. A lot of my friends are in their 40s and some a little higher older than me, but I advocate to them all the time, like, yo, I know y'all think this is probably silly, but a lot of y'all should probably be jumping on YouTube. And I'm late to the party in a sense, right? I'm like, yo, a lot of y'all should be jumping on YouTube. And they're like, man, I don't know. And I don't like streaming like these kids and all day. I said, see, that's the problem. Y'all think this for kids. While these niggas is getting rich, or at least taking care of their families. And no, everybody who jumps on YouTube not going to be able to get rich and take care of their family. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that like this has become a way to financial freedom in a sense. Why not use it? Okay, forget YouTubing. All these things, all these different programs and apps coming out about AI, and y'all refuse to use it. I talked to my friends about that. They said, "Oh man, I'm AI. I don't really want to see AI. That's gonna mess up the world and the art. It's gonna mess up the art and all." I'm like, yo, AI is here already. So why you? It's like you talking like you got a law got to pass for it to be accepted. It's here already. So you might as well learn it and take advantage so you can have an edge on everything else. Why not learn it right now? I'm talking about more than just ChatGPT. I'm tired of being behind the ball. Like, ain't y'all tired? Like, not y'all in here, but whoever it is, because I'm behind. I'll be behind. Ain't y'all tired of being? Look, my point is saying this. I learned about stocks and bonds, stocks mainly. I was already almost 30-something. Why am I learning about stocks when I'm like almost 30, so I'm almost 40 years old? Why? What the hell was going on with me and my friends? Who was I around? What was I doing? You know what I mean? I'm not saying I kept all bad company, but I'm saying, like, why am I learning that so late in life? Nowadays, we got social media, so all this stuff in your face. But when I was coming up, wasn't no social media. So it wasn't like, it's like whatever space and area you in, that's where you got your information from. So why am I not around people who should have been telling me at 19, and when I turned 18, 19, 20, that I should be investing in whatever, Nike or Ford or whatever. You know what I mean? When Amazon first happened, I was alive and around. You know what I mean? Amazon happened when I was in high school, out of high school. I left high school 98. I forgot when Amazon was created officially, and I forgot when it went public. But anyway, but I was alive and around, a young adult. Why didn't nobody say, hey, yo, this stocks and this could be a good company? You know, nowadays you hear every kid now hears about, oh, Tesla's going to be a good company, or this invest in stocks, or put your money on Amazon, put your money on Apple. You can scroll on internet and find a stock page that's telling you how to invest, or there's an app, Robinhood or Webull or whatever, that's teaching kids how to do stocks every day. Now, a lot of y'all ain't paying attention still, but you should be, and you have access to it. I didn't. Not that I didn't have access, I wasn't around the right people. Time to be behind the ball. So when I talk to my friends now about like content creating or like AI and learning AI, I'm like, yo, that's the problem. Y'all keep being behind the ball, and then y'all get mad at, quote unquote, the man or everybody else who you think they hide keeping the info from you. Man, social media is it's one of the biggest things in the world. Nobody can keep information from you. No more. It's around. Whatever's going on the low, behind the scenes, in secret, conspiracy theories, black market, dark web, it's out there for everybody. If you know where to look, or you're talking to the right people, asking the right questions. So, yeah. So while I'm sitting here trying to grow my page, trying to document the times when it was early on, small amount of followers, trying to get monetized, trying to figure this out, telling y'all the real about me and work and tired of going to work, stressed out about this, dealing with depression, dealing with all these things. You know, I want to make sure I'm very intentional on this is just a stopping point. It's like a train stop in my life where it doesn't stop here. It's only going to get better. I'm going to learn. I'm going to grow. I'm going to continue moving forward. And then we'll look back at these videos like, damn, he actually stayed down and stayed with it. He actually took that and did some amazing things with that. But that's why I'm doing it. I don't want to show up rich. I want to show up. I don't have nothing. And I don't mean nothing. I'm rich in spirit. I don't use the words no more. Especially I change my vocabulary. I don't use the words broke or I can't. And no, I can. I can do anything. Or I'm broke. I'm not broke. I'm just messed up right now. Or I don't have that just yet, but it's coming. I am a winner. I am. I'm a content creator. I don't care if I started today. I'm a content creator. I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer, right? I'm a streamer. Whatever you want. Whatever. I'm creating my own things to surround myself in, so I can. This is going to be my financial freedom stuff. I'm working on my financial freedom because I don't want to be tied down to doing stuff I don't want to do. That's not a life I want to live. I got a wife I got to take care of. I would rather her not have to do anything if she don't want to. If she want to sit up and create a business and just create something dope or get into her hobbies or just travel, I want to be able to do that. I want to be able to be the one to do that for her. I don't want to do that. I don't want to pay for nothing if she don't want to. I fund whatever she want to do. I'm not controlling the husband to say, no, you're not going to work. You're going to be in the kitchen. I'm not that nigga. Never have been. But I also want to be the one to be like, babe, what you need? You got an idea? What's your idea? What you trying to do? Oh, I got some resources to help you with that. Oh, cool. I'm gonna help you. Here's the seed money. Here's the money for whatever. Boom, that's you. Right? But I gotta be able to create the place so I can do that. And for my friends, there's no way I should be. Hey, you ever got your real friends? You know how you it's like one of my friends he's not my friend no more. It kind of went all bad, but he was a real friend of mine at one point. And I remember we was doing bad one day going to the studio. We used to go far to the studio. I'm not going to say the city because I don't need to. Anyway, but we used to drive out far from LA to the studio. And I remember we was broke as hell, like no money. And we was trying to get something to eat. And he had $2 on him. I'm talking we broke. He had like $2 on him. And he was like, man, we can go to I remember McDonald's had like a 2 for $2 filet-o-fish, something like that. And He broke it down like, man, I'm getting one, you get one, boo. We're gonna be straight until like we'll get something going later. You know, and I'm like, when you think about those times, you just be like, you was down bad, but forget the down bad part. You gotta think about how dope that is when somebody split they nothing with you. You know, so I want to be in position to. I don't ever want to be around friends and they have a want for something that I can be able to give them access to. I got a stylist homie who's super dope at styling and got a real eye for just being consistent, creating, being creative, and really get out here on this hustle. Man, I'll fund your business. Let me pay for that. So you can so that you can kind of let that load off, and we got stressed about the finance on getting that stuff done, and you can just do it. Let that give you a little boost, little, you know what I mean? You know, I think about these things all the time. I know I'm just rambling, but these are the things I think about on why I want to do what I want to do. Why financial freedom is such an important thing for me. When I talk to Rios about my man Rios, for those who don't know, my good friend Ace Boy Rios, when I talk to him about like, you know, like we gotta keep going, Rios. Like, trust me, bro, we on the right track. We just keep going. We just stay consistent, bro. It's all gonna pay off. It's all gonna pay off. We have these kind of conversations, and that's what it's for. It's not to be like, man, so you know, we gonna get the. I'm gonna buy the such card. I don't care about all that. Yeah, of course I want nice things, but that's not the main mission, right? I want to be able to be like, everything's on auto pay, and I can travel anywhere with my wife at any time I want to. For me, those are goals. Everything's on auto pay, and I can travel anywhere in the world at any time I want to with my wife. Those goals. Be creative. One day I want to have a big gallery in LA, a gallery of my photography, my photos, all my work. I would love to have a monochrome, all black and white gallery for people to come and see what, you know, check out my photos and see what I've been doing. I want to do that one day. That's a goal of mine. I would love to shoot a short film. That's a kind of like a closer goal of mine. I would love to learn videography in its purest context and learn color grading and editing and everything about my own camera and cinema. And I want to shoot a short film one day. These are some goals. I want to be able to, so many things. I want to act one day. One day I want to act in a movie or a film. These are goals. I want to be able to create a space of security around myself where I don't stress about the money part. We stress about the money. When you stress about the money part, you start to do things to make money, and then it takes away from everything else you want to do that is cool in life. You know what I mean? If you got to work that job crazy, it takes away from you if you traveling or you going out on a date with your lady or your wife or whatever, your husband, or you designing clothes like you like to do. You know? So, yeah. Yeah. You know, I don't. We gonna get it together. That's what it's for, though. Wave guy, that's real talk. You gotta advance with the time or get left behind. I be trying to tell my friends that. So while I'm telling y'all I'm on YouTube, I'm trying to learn YouTube, and I'm getting, trust me, it's growing and followers are happening, and I'm building a community. And yesterday was dope, man. We were talking back and forth with the community. That's what this is for. I'm being creative, so my creative itch gets scratched. I'm talking. I love to talk, so there's that, right? I love to meet people and talk to people and build community. That's what I'm doing, right? And I like to just and also be with what's going on in technology, learn the platforms, learn the things, and you know, so yeah, man, I'm having a good time. Hold on, my good friend Robert Howard is calling. Robert Howard, I'm Mr. Howard. I'm Mr. Howard 365. I'm on YouTube live, talking to the community. What's going on?
What's going on, community? Just out here, just being a friend, checking in on my friend. What you doing, friend?
I'm good. I'm on day 6 of fighting depression. I'm fighting depression with streaming. So
Fight.
yeah, I was feeling like I was slipping into a little dark, my little moments I'll be having. But I told myself I also need to stream more and get used to getting live more and build my community. I can't let that stop me from doing it. So this was me fighting depression, and every day it's been better. The people have been, I've been talking to my community, getting to know them better, and it's been getting me through. So, and today I was actually super tired, and I set my alarm to wake up at 5 or 5:30 so I can start again. And this is me fighting through depression and being tired.
You know what
I mean?
Because you don't gotta do nothing when you're depressed.
Yeah, exactly. So this is me working it out, man. And here's another thing. My EV Mux, my platform I stream through, they wouldn't let me stream today. For some reason, it was an error, so I couldn't stream through nothing. I was like, well, let me just go directly to YouTube. I'm literally in I just went directly to YouTube. So I'm learning. I'm looking at the setup, trying to see, like, am I doing it right? You know what I mean? Everything. So I'm just freestyling.
Come on, freestyle. Well, I want to let you know, I love you. And
I love you too, bro.
And you get done talking to your community, your real life circle of friends is going to be in the city of LA. Bowling against the bowling pins
tonight.
And I know you, yeah, at some point, because Mac leaves tomorrow. So
what time?
Probably the next hour.
Okay, you have a location already?
I'm thinking Westchester.
Westchester. Oh, right by the airport.
Yeah, Ralph's or whatever over there.
Oh, close. Okay. Well, as soon as I get off, I'll tap in with you.
All right.
My man. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Of course.
All right.
Peace.
Peace. That's one of my good friends, Mr. Howard 365. He has actually that's a YouTube page also. He's a creator, a fellow photographer of mine. He loves using Leica cameras. That's why I learned to get. That's why my love for Leica came through him, as he kind of put me on Leica cameras and all stuff like that. So yeah, he always checking in on me, make sure I'm good. So that's super cool. I'm glad y'all got to see that. But yeah, man. Oh, like and subscribe to this video if you can. For all the people who are, anybody who's new, like and subscribe to my channel, please. Like and subscribe to my channel, please. Like and subscribe to my channel, please. Yeah, man. So what's up with y'all? Me, I'm just, I've been talking. I've always been saying this, the stuff I've been doing, getting into, thinking about, stressing about, worried about, figuring it out. All the things, right? So, let me see. Hold on one second. Yeah, I was mad. I couldn't stream through my my platform I usually stream through, because I usually stream I send the live straight to I multi-stream right through YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, and it was tripping. So I couldn't multi-stream through there. And I'm not sure if, and I don't know how to do it to YouTube if you can. I don't know if you can or not, but let's see, moderation activity. Wait, what is moderation activity? Should I cut that on? What happens with that? Because I do have moderators. Is that the thing I should cut on? I don't know what that is. How about chat reactions? Okay, timestamps. Moderation activity will be shown. Oh, I guess so. I'm not sure. Anyway. New Orleans is definitely in the building. Sure, no face. What's good with it? The Ghetto Cafe is always in the building, man. Like I say, tell y'all all the time, I truly, truly do appreciate y'all. Oh, I know what I'm seeing. Hey, so I was thinking, do I turn on and say moderation activity? Or I got turned on, meaning I should see them. But that's cool, though. That's cool. Why is this thing right here? This thing to move. Got like a little box in the way. I remember, okay, how do I move that? Learn more. Oh, I did something. Went somewhere else I was supposed to go. How do I go delete that? Where I'm at? Right here. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, yeah, because I do got some people that would have the rich on the side, but maybe I'm doing it right. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. Timestamps, community moderation. No. participants. I'm not sure what that is. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the YouTube platform directly, going through it directly, so I wouldn't know. And I'm trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm getting hungry. You know what I want? It's going to sound crazy. It's going to sound like I'm lying, but I really do want it. Have y'all ever, I don't know if anybody, I'm not sure if this place is only in LA either. I'm not sure, but have y'all ever had Simply Salad? Well, maybe Southern California, whatever. You ever had Simply Salad before? They salad so fire. Hey, Mott Wack, I appreciate that. I'm just seeing your comment, bro. I appreciate that. Real talk. Real talk, man. Make him all right, man. Let's see. Oh, we don't have him in New Orleans. Never heard him. Oh, okay. So the mom, whatever. Yep. Okay. Yeah, it's fire. I think I want one of them. I'm gonna give me one. Let me see. So, okay, Mott Wack is definitely in the building. Sizzle is definitely in the building. BW is definitely in the building. Mercedes Dion is definitely in the building. P and Pete, hold it down. P and Pete, hold it down. Yo, I watched the video today, man. That dude Agent, I'm late to the video though. Watching him buy Ferrari SF90 from streaming, bro. Yo, we got some work to do. Let's see. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, every Wednesday. Relatable is every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Every Wednesday, Relatable, 11 a.m. Myself, my good brother Ace Boys Rios. Every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Check us out. Don't forget it. Plus, I'll be posting. I'll start. We got some work. We got to get some work done too for like thumbnail stuff and like little videos and stuff like that. So, but we'll be promoting it a little more. But every Wednesday at 11 a.m. for sure. Relatable. Check it out. And me and Rios got some other stuff in the mix too that we working on. So I'm excited about what we got going on, man. Rios is special. A lot of dope ideas. Yep. Every Wednesday. But here's the thing though. We just started Relatable. At first we used to do every Tuesday. But then we took a little hiatus. We was trying to help with the girls, get their stuff going. So we joined the girls. Remember, we joined the girls for that time. And then but now we back every Wednesday. I haven't told my life story yet, PNP. Well, I mean, not directly from me. Not directly. I need to do, you know what? I need to do a live where I do that. Like a live telling my whole life story to this day. How I got here from and how I started everything in music and everything. That'll be a dope episode. I think that's going to be the next episode. Do I want to do a whole episode talking about me though? But I think that'd be, I mean, not in a vain way, just like my testimony, my story. It definitely ain't been on highs. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think that would be dope. PNP, I appreciate that. I'm gonna think about doing that because it's funny because I do have people ask me all the time about, or if I've done interviews before and people have talked about it, mentioned it in interviews. So I think that'll be a thing, especially since I'm new to the space. As more people come in the community and more, followers or subscribers, whatever, I think they do need to learn about who I am and what I've done and and what I plan to see for myself and this channel and this community in the future. So yeah, that's a good idea. BWI, I appreciate that. Real talk. I do appreciate that. That's love. I'm truly, truly, truly humbled by it. Truly, truly humbled by it, for real. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all are dope, man. This be holding me down. Hey, I really be, when I do these lives, I literally feel refreshed when I end the broadcast. I feel way better that I can like release, talk about all these things, talk back and forth with y'all. I just feel better. It's hard. It's hard. Like people say they're open book, but not in the same way as I've been. And it's a lot of pride gets in the way with a lot of people and a lot of shame. But I look at it like, if I tell you the truth about who I am, right, without shame, without pride getting in the way, without any kind of fake facade of like toughness or trying to act like this title that maybe somebody has given me through music or LA history or whatever. When I speak openly about what I have going on, who I am, where I've been, where I'm going, who I am in this present moment, how I feel, think in this present moment, I do it because I feel like it will help somebody. I do. I feel like think about it. Even if it's one person, I know it sounds like the cliched thing to say, but here, look, I was on live with my man Tafashe yesterday, right? And he was talking about he was doing DoorDash, and I was telling him, well, he remembered, but I said I was doing Uber, and the reason why I do that is because, first of all, I'm not embarrassed about nothing. I don't get embarrassed that easily, but also because I don't want to lie about anything, because I need my life to be a testimony. A testimony ain't about you. It's about the people. The testimonies ain't for me. My testimony is not for me. It's for y'all, right? So what if somebody's sitting there looking at me like, oh, that's for the people who do know, right? Oh, that's Luck the rapper. He rapped with such and such. He been on tour. He did this and did that. And he wrote songs for such and such. He whatever, right? And do they think I'm supposed to be in a place of like maybe somewhere I am financially? They think I'm another place financially or in status as far as rap or in the city or something like that, whatever, LA, whatever. And the reason why I tell him, I appreciate all that stuff and I did all these things and I'm humbled and I loved it and I love it, right? But I'm trying to get it like y'all. I'm trying to take care of my family like y'all. I'm trying to move out of certain areas like y'all. And the reason why I do that is because I need to relate. It does me no good trying to make up a facade about a person I'm not. And it won't do you no good either. Because even if, let's say this, if I lie about who I am and what I have going on, and you are inspired by it, now for you that may seem like a plus, but it's trickery also, because that's not who I am and not what I am. I'm glad you were motivated by it, but I also lied to you. You know what I mean? I need myself to always show up to y'all authentic. Be inspired by my authenticity. Not because I made up that I made $100,000 last month, or when I did that one record, I made $1 million. Like that shit didn't happen. Sorry for cursing. I'm trying to work on my cursing too. But that didn't happen, right? I've lived, don't get me wrong, I lived an amazing life. I understand, and I say this humbly, not gonna sound humble, but I do mean humbly. I lived the life most people in the world will never live. just by being in the right places, being with the right people, making the right moves, being very. I pride myself on being good spirited. My energy, hopefully, my energy meets you before I do, right? So I'm grounded in that foundationally. I'm a man of God. I let Him move me from then on, right? So, but I do that because I need that to be a motivating factor for doing better, never give it up, fighting through. My nigga, I've named my last three or four streams fighting depression and been talking about how I'm doing these lives because I'm in a dark moment right now. Life, bills, my job, it's tough. It's tough. It is tough. And I say that because I need y'all to know I'm a real person who are trying to do better. So if I'm showing y'all that I'm fighting through something that you may be dealing with too, maybe you'll fight with me. Maybe you'll get motivated by that and be like, man, if he ain't giving up, I ain't giving up. He fighting through depression doing that. What I need to do is fight through mines. Maybe I can go play ball or something, whatever I like to do. I like to paint or I like to draw or whatever the case. I need to find something to do to go fight my depression because he's fighting his depression in front of the world. This is a public video. These videos are going to live forever. Once I record them, it's out there. I have no time to be embarrassed about my own testimony. That's why I keep moving forward. That's why I make these videos. Because as long as it helps somebody, I've seen people cry and break down over hearing certain songs. You know what I mean? And from certain artists. Because so you never know how you're going to impact somebody. You just never know. So my thing is to be vulnerable, be trustworthy. When you log on to my page or when you check out anything I got going on, I need you to know luck is not going to steer you wrong. I'm not going to lead you down some road to your death, or I'm not going to lead you down some way that's not going to be serving or pleasing to God, or I'm not going to lead you down no way that's going to do you bad no kind of way. I'm not. That's not my intention. That's not what I want for you. That's not what I want for myself. You know, and I love myself enough to never do that to nobody because I couldn't live with myself lying to people. That's a scam. Think about it. I don't have to take no money from you to scam you. I could portray all kind of. I could have did a virtual background. I could have my hair cut all the time. I could switch up shirts and have a different watch on, and I could scam you by acting like I'm the dopest nigga and I made all this money and I got this record coming out, and y'all should subscribe to me because I subscribe to my other channel where I'm gonna give y'all a game I could have been did that, but I ain't a scammer either. I'm not gonna lie to you. And lying to you, even if I'm not taking the money from you, is scamming you. Not a scammer. I'm a real person who love people. I love myself. I love God. And I just want to do better for everybody around me. I want to be a blessing to anybody I come in contact with. So if I can't help you financially with money, I want to help you with word. I want to encourage you to do better. I want to encourage you to get out of dark spaces as I'm trying to encourage myself to get out of dark spaces. You know what I mean? Life ain't sweet. I'm doing bad right now. I'm not broke. I'm just messed up right now. I'm trying my best to keep a smile on my face and keep moving forward. Just pray for me. I'll pray for y'all. I prayed for a bunch of people online the other night. It's real, you know. But I'm gonna be okay because I'm a winner. I'm gonna be okay because I'm gonna get past this. I'm a fighter, and I'm gonna use these videos, like I said, to look back and be like, damn, remember that? You know what I mean? Y'all remember that? When I was going through that time right there? These are markers, like timestamps for my life. When I get to document and look back like, damn, y'all remember that? Y'all remember when I was in my sunroom? When I had the bad lights in the you know what I mean? The mics was okay. You know, y'all remember that? When I used to stream in that one spot all the time? You know, I get to bring that up, and I get to talk about that, and I feel very good and positive about where I'm going to be if I just continue this. If I continue being truthful to y'all, if I continue pouring into y'all, if I continue fighting my things I gotta fight, and just keep showing up for y'all, I believe I'll be okay. And I believe God will also elevate me. And at the end of it all, I just want him to be pleased anyway. So that's why I keep going. That's why I fight. That's why I talk this talk. That's why I show up for y'all. That's why even when I don't have nothing to talk about, I turn that live on at 5 o'clock. Even when I don't got nothing to say, I turn it on and I just start talking. Stuff start coming out eventually because stuff been going on in my head all day. Might as well come out at 5 o'clock. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that's the real. That's the real. Be stronger for others. You never know. Hey, man, that's real. Sir No Face, you go through for others. And I think that's why it's important to tell it. Now, a lot of people don't tell it. And I'm not saying everybody got to go on live and tell all their business. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying that our testimonies are for other people. The things we go through are for other people. Here's the thing. Testimonies are good when you've come through things and you talk about like how you made it through. They're amazing for that also. But I also want to encourage you to talk about how good life can be or how good God is when you're in the thick of it. That's a different level. I can tell y'all how amazing it is when I almost lost my house and I was back so many months in rent and my landlord was threatening to kick me out and my wife was feeling uncomfortable because I wasn't holding up my end of the bargain because for some reason life ain't turning out and I can't make no money. And everywhere I turn, the doors are closed and I can't make no money. It's hard for me out here. So now I can't take care of my family like I want to. I'm about to lose my house and jobs ain't calling because of whatever the case may be. I done gained weight. I'm not in the best shape. So I don't feel good inside also like I should be. And all these things happen. And then boom, life happened. God happened. Money come from somewhere. Life turn around. Boom. I'm taking care of my business. Boom. Doors open and boom. I'm taking care of my wife and my family and all these things are happening and take care of everything. And then boom, I'm just out of the strut. I start walking again. I start eating better. I start feeling amazing because God showed up and just turned some things around. And then you tell that story of like how I made it through. How even when I felt like I didn't have nothing, I was being crushed by the world, I didn't give up. I didn't curse God. I didn't give up. I didn't complain. Try to be patient, pray about it, and figure it out. Be patient, pray about it, and figure it out. Oh, this ain't what you want me to do, God? Okay, I'm back up from that. Let me try this. Oh, you don't want me to do this, God? Okay, let me back up and let me do this. There. Let me try to do this. And then I'll turn around. You can tell that story. And that story is a good story. And people be like, damn, you fought through that. That's just Job. For any Bible readers in here, that's the book of Job. Job can talk at the end of his story. Job can tell you all that happened to him. Lost his family, lost his wife, lost his friends, got disease, lost all his money, all his cattle, his home, lost everything. Then at the end of it all, God gave him everything back tenfold. So you could talk from getting back tenfold and be like, y'all, I was messed up. Y'all see me, right? Yeah, you can talk from that space. But what about when you in my position right now? When you ain't on the other side of it? When you in the mix of it right now? When it ain't good right now? How you gonna talk then? You gonna get mad at God? God, why me? You gonna curse at God? Why me? I don't deserve this. You mad at your wife all of a sudden? Or your husband? You complain and all of a sudden everything they doing, you get on your nerves because you can't, they ain't going right for you. Now they get on your nerves. You done yelled at the kids, right? You trying to work, trying to figure it out, trying to hustle. Stuff is now you mad at the world now. But what about going through all that stuff and saying, God, you know what, God? Whatever season this is, I love you and I'm grateful. Whatever season this is I'm in, I love you and I'm grateful. Please elevate me, show me a way out. Thank you. Whatever, every morning I get up and pray, thank you, God, for life. Thank you, God, for opening my eyes again. Thank you, God, for allowing me to see another day. That alone, I'm blessed already. No matter what kind of bad day I may be about to have, I open my eyes today. That's better than so many people that did not. It's like we take that for granted too. I can sit up here and complain about life and money and stuff like that, whatever, but the fact that I am alive and talking and breathing is more than so many people did today. There was somebody today that did not wake up. Think about it. There were millions of people that did not wake up today. There's people that woke up today and died an hour ago. There's people that lost babies today, parents today, brothers and sisters. So it's the reason why I say I'm so grateful every day is because of that. I know that it could be worse. It could be. No matter what kind of hole you in, it can be worse. So the reason why I get on these, I keep saying it, the reason why I get on these cameras and talk like this is because I understand it can be worse for both of us. But I'm alive and breathing, meaning anything can happen. I can turn on this camera tomorrow and my whole life has been flipped upside down. Some random check come or some big deal come, I sign it, my whole life is different. Or I get blessed by something happen, whatever, my whole life is different. My whole everything different. Me and my wife get blessed or something happen, whatever, God just flip our life upside down and to put us on a great big elevation tour and everything's different. You know what I mean? Like it can happen tomorrow. It can happen like that tomorrow. That's real. And mind you, all these videos ain't gonna be, I'm just going through a thing. So that's why my lives now, don't expect my lives to be all depression. That's not gonna be that. I'm real, and I don't want to niche my page down to one thing. I like a bunch of stuff. People have been telling me that too, niche your page down. You can't talk about photography and depression and have a podcast called Relatable and do live interviews on one page. Separate the pages. Yeah, but that's a lot. And all these things are me too. So I feel like if you get into me, then you can like all the things I like. Or at least appreciate that I like all these things. Now, if you're here because photography, I understand why you don't stick around. Because you know me from photography, you're looking at my photography videos, and then you don't really trip on other videos. I get that too. So I understand. But if you get into me as the person, then I think you can appreciate all the other things I do like. You ain't got to like it, but you at least see me enjoying or learning about or teaching about all these other things. That's the kind of community I want to have. You know what I mean? I want to, yeah, you know. Thank you, Miss Yvonne. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. I hope you were blessed by it. I really do. Because I'll be serious, you know. Sir, no face. Keep pushing, family. That just happened to my son. My son, last month, car accident, car totaled. He's okay. Health, everything why he's straight. I'm sorry, not car accident. His car was stolen, and his car was stolen and no liability. Sorry, not car crash. His car was stolen, and he only had liability. Couldn't cover the car and like that, whatever. And no, I'm sorry, he was in between insurance. That's what happened. He's in between insurance, and so he couldn't get no money back and nothing like that. So. And then out of a job, and got his job, got to try to get back to work, back and forth, whatever. Not comparing, just saying like it's tough. It's tough. I'm glad you're okay. And the job thing, hey man, you know, God also, I don't know. I look at God like this. God is he either allowed it to happen or he made it happen. That's how I look at life. God either made something happen or allowed it to happen. But because of God is why we're all in our situations. We got to figure out why. And sometimes we're not going to always understand it, right? That's why the Bible says, lean not on your own understanding. Sometimes things that is just way deeper than what we can understand. But you got to understand that through it all, God loves you. And if you lean on him through these tough times, he going to take care of you. He going to take care of you. Ain't no telling why you got that car accident and your job tripping. Ain't no telling why that. It might be time to. It might be new car, new job time. That's why I say when you're going through this stuff, don't complain about it. You can be pissed, you can be hurt, and be sad. I feel all those things when I be going through my stuff. I be hurt, I be mad, I be sad, right? But I leave God out of it because I never really truly understand why I'm going through a certain thing. And if something is God's plan, you never want to curse that. So just look at the positive end. You're alive and you're breathing, and ain't no telling what's in store for you. And I'll pray for you too, bro. I'm praying for you. I pray for you in that situation. I pray you get covered. I pray you stay covered. Lean on him. Lean on him. Lean on him. If you don't hear nothing I say tonight, for everybody in here, I know some people probably are not believers. That's on you, right? But lean on him. The great I am. Lean on him. He'll take care of you. I pray. I am a believer that God answers prayers. So even though I may be going through my dark stuff, it's been prayed about. That's why I don't completely let go. It's been prayed about already, and God's just working on it. He's working it out. Right? Remember, we don't change God's plans because stuff happened. Like stuff happened in our lives, and we pray about it. God don't stop with his perfect plan to come over there and switch our stuff. Right? It's like his plan is his plan. It'll work itself out. Because think, whatever happened to you, whatever you're going through, it's in the plan. If you're a believer like me, if you love God like I love God, if you know that God is the Alpha and Omega, is El Shaddai, if you believe he is the great I am, our Lord and Savior, then you have to believe that everything that happens to us is in the plan. He already got you covered. You got 3 different routes for you to take. You already know what you're going to do when you go that way. You already know what you're going to do when you go that way. You already know what's going to happen if you go that route. So he watch us fall out and lose it and stress out and fall into depression like me and then be like, what you doing? I mean, you know I got you. You know, so lean on him. You got to. Hey, here's the thing about non-believers too. And if you're in here, non-believers, keep sticking around. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ here, mind you, I'm not trying to offend your whatever you believe in, because there might be some Muslims in here, might be some people who believe in some other things. That's fine. But let me tell you something. You keep hanging around, God can come see about you. You keep hanging around believers and people praying. I'm praying over this chat and praying over people in this chat and praying over this whole thing, being around God doing miracles and getting people out of depression, whipping people out of problems and getting people through. We have in church, essentially. You keep hanging around. Watch what happens to you. I'm going to show you what conviction feel like. We'll have conversations soon. Keep hanging around. You're going to get some. I love it. You know what I mean? So keep hanging around. You're going to get what you want. And I love it. I love that for you. Because I love it for me. I love it for me. I do. I really do. I ain't on here just talking. I don't want to waste your time. And I'm not going to waste your time. Someday we're going to have some silly lives. Someday we're going to be talking crazy. We're going to laugh a bunch of times. And sometimes it's going to get real. Right? Sometimes it's going to get dark. Sometimes we might shed some tears. That's what kind of platform I want my platform to be, a safe space for everybody. My platform has to be a safe space. I need you to feel welcome. I need you to feel like you can get prayed over in this room. These people care about you. I believe that I'm not going to serve you bad information or tell you something that I think is going to hurt you. Excuse me. Because I love y'all. I do. I'm not just saying that either. I am a man of God. I'm a man of Christ. I'm a follower of Christ. I love you. You know, so, I say all that because people read the title and think I'm supposed to be in here crouched over, crying, barely looking at the camera, dealing with no, but I'm fighting depression. It ain't winning. I'm just fighting it. Beating them up. It ain't winning though. That's the difference. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm glad y'all here. I'll be appreciating this time. I really do. I appreciate this time we have together. Straight up. I thank y'all. I'm about to head in here and I'm about to wrap it up, man. I really thank y'all for jumping online. I really thank y'all for spending time with me today. Your feedback is I love your feedback. Talking back to me, commenting, answering questions, just saying hi. I don't care. I love it. I love it. I appreciate that. I appreciate all y'all. Everybody. Shout out to PNP. McAdoo is definitely in the building. My good brother McAdoo is definitely in the building. Sir No Face. Man, Miss Yvonne. BW is definitely in the building. Deluxe the Champ. Suave, my good brother. Don Dub. What's up, man? The Sizzle. What's up with it? I appreciate y'all. Well, hold up. Let me see. Come on now. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make straight your paths. Look, hey. I love y'all, man. Straight up. PNP, I appreciate you putting that in the chat. I do. Because it's real. We got to remind ourselves of these things. A lot of these verses we should be writing down. You know, I screenshot a lot of my verses, stuff like that. As I'm going through the Bible, read more. That's real talk. Lean not on your understanding. Call on him. That's all he wants for us to give it to him. We'll be fine. If we keep our eyes fixed on the kingdom, we'll be straight. Which is why a lot of stuff do happen to us also. Because a lot of us ain't looked up there in so long. You know what I mean? Real talk. So, man, I'm about to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Man, look forward to me. I think tomorrow I'm going live again. Tomorrow, 5:30. We'll talk some stuff. Hopefully I feel a little better. I do feel better. I do fight this thing, fight through. I'm just in a bad patch right now, waiting for some things to happen. I pray for a miracle. I pray for a mental miracle, spiritual blessing, and a financial blessing. Then I'll pray for it. God can take care of it. I'm not worried about it. God will take care of it. I'm just being patient, you know. So I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'm going to keep staying consistent and just keep working, keep rocking, man. I thank y'all for rocking with me, man. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.